wanted to give, provide jobs. But I've learned in life, I am a teacher. It's a gift from mom.
Yeah, well, having known you pretty much all my adult life, what I can tell you is that your gift, your primary gift is definitely oral related. It's definitely oral related. You have a gift of gab, and now what you have to do now is to learn more about the things of God, so that you can teach the Word. You have to learn more of the Word. But you know more than what you think you know, as evidenced by a recent Bible quiz game. You just need to now focus. Just be more trained. Now, leader, we're almost finished. Leader helps others follow the truth. In other words, you have to lead by example. That's why I said servant leader. You know, one of the great examples of this was a few years ago, 3 years ago, I had a knee replacement. And the reason I really got that knee replacement was because I knew I'm a leader, and leaders lead by example. I didn't want to be a pastor sitting back telling everybody else, move these chairs, move this. I mean, I could still be teaching and talking, but when it comes to actually moving stuff and cleaning up and doing it, I lead by example. And so that's why I did that. I said, I have to do this so that I can still be, and thank God, because there's a lot of times when there's nobody else here but me, and I got to be able to do it. So now here's the one hybrid right here. Y'all heard of hybrids, right? Like these cars, hybrids. Leader is the one hybrid mixture. It's an action and oral gift. In other words, but notice I said action first. It's an action and oral gift. The leader leads by example. And I like when Reverend says that every week. She says that he's the man that leads us by example. That's a good leader. And then it's first your walk, and then your what? Then your talk. So obviously a leader has to be able to communicate with others. But first of all, their first communication is, what do you see them do? Because, you can't tell me anything. You can't tell me about love if I don't see you walking in love. You can't tell me about truth if I don't see you walking in truth. You can't tell me about wisdom if I don't see you walking in wisdom. Can I get an amen? Somebody? Amen. If I don't see you walking in these things, and I really don't want to. It's like somebody said this the other day, and I thought about it. And they're right. They're like in the Catholic Church, the fathers in the Catholic Church, the priests or whatever, they got to counsel you about marriage. Well, how are you going to counsel me about marriage? You ain't been married. Come on. I mean, just really. I mean, I know that you can read the Bible and you can expound the principles, but let's just be honest. Until you had to be one with somebody for many years, and you don't really can I get an amen, Brother Richard? You really don't understand what I mean. If theory is good, theory is real good. You speak in theory and all this stuff, but the truth of that is, brother, you don't know where the rubber meets the road. So realistic. Yeah. So I'm saying a leader has to live by example. Must inspire, must inform, must be an example, must disciple others. So a leader is a seed. And every seed, I'm talking to my leader now, every seed has to do what? Reproduce after its kind. See, every seed has to reproduce after its kind. So when you're a leader, your job is to make disciples. Your job is to see, well, in fact, this is a good point for all my leaders in the church, ministry heads. See, your job, Sister Yolanda, you are doing a fantastic job. But in 2014, your goal is to reproduce yourself. You have to train somebody else, some other bodies to be able to take some of the weight off of you so that the other people can do flyers and programs and things. Now, that's your job in 2014. Okay? Sister Marlene, same thing. Got to train up some other folks. Mercy. Oh, the downside, the positive of leaders is that they empower others through instruction and their example. The downside is not trusting and delegating to others and not receiving advice from others. Ooh. Oh, that's a tough one. The downside is, wait a minute, not trusting and delegating to others. In other words, if I tell them that if I delegate it, then they ain't gonna get it done. They're not gonna do it like I would do it. So then you take too much on. You do it yourself. And the downside is also that you don't receive advice from others. So leaders have to be open to receive good advice, like Moses did from his father-in-law Jethro. And lastly, mercy is when you help others experience the truth. You help. Now notice the giver gives them something physically, but mercy wants them to experience something. In other words, the giver will give them some money, the giver will give them a gift, but mercy will let them stay in their house. See, that's when you really like the Lord. You just, hey, come on and stand. Now, what's the downside of that? It empowers others with their patient love, but the downside is can be taken advantage of. Like the giver, they can be taken advantage of. It's an action gift. They're long-suffering, but they can be taken advantage of. You know, folk come in your house, and then they won't ever get out. You're that loving. You get them in there, but you can't get them out of there. And once again, like the giver, people see, like they say, it's a sucker born every minute. People see the mercy gift, and they just come and say, "Oh, hey, this is what I need. Can you help me do this, that, and the other?" Now, what that means is that when you're merciful, sometimes you have to mix that mercy, that love, with what? Truth. And you have to realize that I need to give this person tough love because I'm not helping them by letting them stay in my house. You know, I'm not, watch this, I'm not helping my children by giving them everything. I'm not helping them by giving them everything. You know, this is parenting 101 right here. You're not helping your children when you give them everything. Now, anybody is a mercy gift? Anybody number one gift is mercy? Mercy. Mercy. All right. What do you think? Let's see. Who didn't raise their hand? We got to go now. You raised your hand. You raised your hand. What are you?
I would say first leader, and second would be service.
First leader and then service. Brother Brown, which one are you? Service.
Same
Brother
service.
Jarvis?
Service.
Service. Okay. And yours, number one was? Leader. Leader. All right. And your number one was? Exhorter. All right. I think we got everybody. Give yourselves a big round of applause. Amen. You finished the class. Now listen. What I will do is get with you all. We got to go now and talk.